UFC 3-on-1 Makhachev versus Moicano. Now there are some quick things to mention for the main event. There have been some changes. So instead of Arman Tsarukyan, it's going to be uh, Moicano in the main event. And for this main event, I will be doing a quick predictions video. So just to get started, we're gonna get started with the first one, and the first one is for Islam Makhachev versus Moicano. Now, for me personally, the change-up for for Arman to Moicano, I don't think it's much of a difference in terms of who I'm gonna pick. So initially, I was gonna just go ahead and pick Islam, just because in both cases I think Islam does have the skills to beat Arman Tsarukyan and Moicano, but I do think the Arman fight would be a harder fight. But I do think this fight with Money Moicano, I do think it's an interesting fight because Moicano, he can be aggressive and he does have a wrestling base with jiu-jitsu with it. But in general, I think Islam has better skills in those departments, and when it comes to the stand-up, I do think in the main event, I do think it will be Islam taking the W, and I think it's going to probably be by. I'm probably going to go decision for this. Go decision here. Now let's get to the next one. The next one is Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar. Now I think this one is very interesting as well, just because of the two. They're both like very skilled, but skilled in different ways. Merab, he has like physical skills that are like apparent. His insane cardio, the effort it takes to attempt the amount of takedowns he attempts. And then you have Umar. He's very skilled, training with Khabib and Islam, and but he's different from Khabib and Islam per se, because he's more kickboxing oriented, but he's not like what do you call it? He's not a deer in headlights when it comes to the ground game. He doesn't have like zero takedown defense. So this matchup between these two is very interesting to me. So, but when it comes down to it, I think Umar has the I think he has enough to disrupt what Merab likes to do, which is heavy pressure and try to get it to the ground. I just don't think I don't think Merab's going to be able to use that game plan against Umar. So for this, I will be taking Umar, and for the route to victory for Umar, I think it's gonna probably just gonna be a decision. Nothing like a. I think it's gonna be like a. It's gonna be an Umar fight, but I don't think he's gonna KO Merab. I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. So we'll be going decision. Now this one's very interesting. Uh, it's Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. Both pretty accomplished in their own rights, having pretty good wins, but both recently coming off of losses. due to Alex Pereira. But in this one, I both think both of them they have good striking. Yuri, his is more wild, unorthodox. Jamal Hill, it's more like 1-2, 1-2 kick, you know. But for me here, I think for Jamal Hill, I think Yuri presents the same problems that 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 Alex presented to Jamal in his fight. I think Yuri has the power and he has the style that he likes to pressure, and I think since he has the attributes to make that style work, I think it's kind of not a good matchup for Jamal. So in this one, I will be going with Yuri Prohaska to get the victory. Now for this one, I do think a victory by KO is pretty likely. I'm going for probably second round. I'm going with a second round KO for Yuri Prohaska. Now the next one. This is Jota Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. This one. Uh, Both these guys, they're kind of the same but different. They have average skill, you know. So Jota Almeida, he has pretty good like strength, athleticism. He can get it to the ground. But I think his one-dimensional approach to the UFC, I don't think it's the best. And with that, I don't think what do you call it, Sergey Spivak with because he's a bit more skilled with like the aspects of like the wrestling and the striking, but I don't think he has anything spectacular in that regard. But for heavyweight, it could be it could be problems for heavyweight. And since Gelatin, he's not so skilled in in his in the striking, because usually with people like Gelatin, because he came from the lightweight division, so you would think that he would have the skill coming up from a lighter division, but not so much. I think that's probably one of the main reasons he came to the heavyweight division. It's less skilled. But going for this, I'm gonna take Joe Almeida, and I think he's gonna get it by TKO, 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 Jota Almeida. I don't know which round, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with TKO. Mm. All right. So we have Kevin Holland versus Ritter. Now Ritter, I don't know too much about Ritter, but I do know a little bit about Kevin Holland, and I think because I was watching, I was watching this a episode or a little bit of a podcast from some YouTuber, and he was saying that Ritter, he's kind of akin to a lower level Drickus. I I don't know. I probably take that with a grain of salt, but I will be taking Kevin Holland because I know Kevin Holland. And for that, I have my picks. I'm not going to be doing picks for the rest, but I do think the Peyton Talbot versus whoever this is, this guy, If we're just gonna do them all, I guess we could just do them all. I'm gonna take Peyton Talbot here. We're gonna do KO. Mm, I don't know. I've never seen these guys. I did watch one video of this guy, but I guess I will just take this guy. He was pretty good, and I think the height difference on this is that this guy is like 6'4", 5'11". Who knows? But I'll take this guy, Zachary Reese, and we'll go with KO. Mm, again, don't know too much here, but I think I've seen this guy. We'll take him. Don't have a method or a round. We'll just take him to get the win. Grant Dawson. I have seen Grant Dawson, but yeah, he won. I think he won his last fight. Yeah, he won he's won his last two fights, but I don't think he won his last fight in such great fashion. I think it was more lay and pray. But I will go with Grant Dawson over whoever this is. Now, I really don't. I guess we could go with. We'll go with Aline Perez by decision. She has a kind of wrestling base. I don't know too much about Carla Rosa, but I think I don't know if age. Actually, they're the same age, so I don't think it'll really matter. Yeah, probably just take Aline Perez with the wrestling base, because weirdly enough, the women's division sometimes the wrestling can be like the main factor because they can get really skilled with it with the jiu-jitsu and the takedowns, stuff like that. So I'll take Aline Perez, and then we have Rinya Nakamura versus Munyan Gufrov. Now Rinya, he's pretty young himself, coming in at 29, and he's 9-0, and I think his last fight was by submission, but yeah, by submission. Yeah, and he's mostly like a wrestling-based bantamweight. Now this will probably be my first time watching him, so I'll probably like end this video, go watch, but I will take Rainier to win this one over Guvrov. Let's see. Oof. Ricky Tercios versus Sorpa, whatever what his name is. Uh, I think I've heard of Ricky Tercios, but never really seen him fight. So I'll just take Ricky Tercios. I'll take Ricky Tercios. Now we have Tigar Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. Now we got another toss-up. Don't know too much about it. I guess we could go off of the topology. It's not favoring Carpenter, but I'm gonna go against my topology, and we're gonna go with Clayton Carpenter. Gonna go Clayton Carpenter over Tigar. Now we're gonna save these. Boom. Those are our picks for the main event for UFC 3-on-1. Now come back here for a post-fight whatever, you know.